Well, 10 o'clock AM on Saturday. Thought I'd start my vlog here. Just been down, come from Brass Lane, been down the doctor's, pick up some medication. Now on Paddock Street, and about to cross over to go down White Hart Lane to the Co-op. I think I'm going to go in the Co-op, and then I think I'm going to go round to Asda. Not really feeling that great this weekend, hence why I've been down the doctor's to get some antibiotic, what the doctor left out for me yesterday. I just couldn't get down there till today. A bit of a dodgy corner to cross there, but it's got to be done. I have to go on the road a lot of the places, same back down from the doctor's to Brass Lane down to here. It's pretty bad pavements, and even the roads ain't that great. Just before I started filming, a bit of path back there, I can nearly trip me out of my wheelchair quite nastily. Caught me a bit unaware. Hate it when that happens. Ain't had it happen yet, not like going like that, but I've come close a couple of times. I mean, fall out of this while flying along like that. Been in the wheelchair so long now, I'm more likely to end up fucking breaking my bones, break a fucking hip or whatever, and that's it, innit? Yeah, beautiful blue skies today. Oh, really, I know it's warm when you're in the sun. Rolling in the shade, it's blooming chilly still. Well wrapped up, keep well warm. Oh yeah. Hello mate, you alright? Yeah, good, you, thanks mate. Beautiful, but just look at that. Wankers are about. Yeah, what speed and wankers we got today? Any parking wankers? Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And there we go. More and more motors on the road. And aside from there's SUVs and stuff, there's big old BMWs and Mercedes. All in the rush. They seem to forget the state of the roads. You go driving into these potholes at them speeds. Slow the fuck down.
Are you alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yourself, boy.
You too, mate. Energy. Everyone's a wanker.
Morning.
Yeah, hi mate. Yeah, you?
Good, thanks.
Good, good. Wanker guaranteed. Wankers, wankers, they're the wankers. Speeding along. Behind the Mercedes here. Solar panels. No, I'm interested in whose part there. Who's the wanker? Hello, mate. There's the monkey wanker. Monkey wanker! Like somebody's looking at his phone while pulling out. He certainly weren't paying attention to what was in front. I say lots of bad habits, people on their fucking mobile phones, speeding. You don't really get speeding all of it. Right, parking wanker and a speeding wanker, all rolled into one. Actually it's quite rough if I go that way. Oh, go the long way. That's shaded. If we go this way I'm in the sunshine. Just longer. But there, take the long route. Damn it. Yeah, I did see in local news, like social media wise, stuff from, I don't know if that was a memory for Black Slave Week at the church, as the plaque or whatever about the bloke, the last bloke who worked himself from slavery to freedom, spent his freedom days in Psalm. There's an up and coming talk, I think, unless it's already happened. Thank you, mate. Okay. I guess something on the notice board about it. thing, start getting into the woke and diversity bullshit. I think we've got to fucking pay what is it, repetition, fucking, yeah, pay them for fucking, pay ones, pay the generations of today who weren't even born into slavery because of some white ancestors of some white person from this country. They want us to pay for them ancestors, but for their lifestyle. Today, I don't know, bullshit and that either way. Oh, I think slavery was right. That's all wrong, isn't it? But everyone's fucking slaves, we're all fucking slaves.
Oliver Cromwell Addison. Will you read that? That's just some of the people are buried there. It's a whole...
So yeah, this is something to do with the line of Oliver Cromwell. Oh yeah, I see Oliver Cromwell written,
yeah, Lord
fourth
Lieutenant.
line up, yeah.
Also surviving
Son of
Henry Cromwell, Lord Lieutenant of Ireland, son of Oliver Cromwell.
Yeah,
Protector.
yeah, far out. Nice one, man. Penny Cromwell.
I read this side, but look, I'm going to read this side to you. Oliver Cromwell Addison died September the 9th, 1907, aged 74 years. Buried at Stourbridge. Thomas Russell Addison died at... See, they're all family of Oliver Cromwell.
Far out.
Flash!
Nice one.
Flash, I've got to go.
Catch you later, buddy. Yeah. See you later, mate. Oh, so there's a bit of history. My old friend, who I ain't seen online for quite many months now, since last year, Mayor Greenblatt. He did a lovely little tour around the American town where he lives now. Around the graveyard there are a lot of graves from the Civil War era. Like my friend was just telling me, a lot of these graves, people who died in their like 20s and 30s back then, you know. A lot of the graves aren't really readable anymore. Actually remembering years ago, different people doing coming down and tracing over with the paper and pencil to actually get the readings of what's on there. Yeah, far out. I didn't know that about Oliver Cromwell's son of, and more later relatives to more the end of the 1800s, early 1900s. Because what, Oliver Cromwell, wasn't that 1300s, wasn't it? 1330, when he was like all the Parliament stuff. I was watching a film of that actually, just about a month ago this year, well, it's long ago, on YouTube for free with ads. How about that? I weren't too sure. I was going to go along the other way, long way round with the high street so I could catch speeders and same old crap, but become a bit of a history lesson and coming this way and get to see whatever the activity there, like I say. Like my mate said, who I'm going to be editing out of this film, other than the bit where he's speaking at the grave bit. Yeah, bit daring leaving that digger there on the skate park. Like to get vandalised or whether that or joy-ridden if they can get it fucking started. Because you're in some all kinds of wankers. Yeah, what they're up to there. A bit dig around. Glorious day, eh? Nice to be out in it for a change. Haven't done for a long while, like I say. I've had a lot of this bloody infections and stuff, and it's still cold all the bloody time, even indoors with the heating on. Hello, mate. Yeah, well, I ain't done so many videos. I did a video last Saturday which I decided not to post. Edit it all up, joined all the parts up, cut out a lot. But main reason I didn't post it was because I left a bit in there. I took a bit out where I bumped into a couple I know, and it got into a bit of a conversation about the news on social media that day of, you know, what the news on social media was on Saturday, and still is today, and probably tomorrow, and days on ahead. And it led me into a rant. I edited him out, and I hadn't edited me out, having a little rant. And in the end I decided not to even bother posting it, because it's the same old shit really anyway. Just nipping up to the co-op one evening, seeing a few parking wankers there, and speeding wankers as usual. These parts are so dodgy in places, everywhere, dodgy. Grab a few bits in there still. See if I can carry those. They've got any of them sunflowers left. Might have to get them today. They were nearly sold out before. They've got food left, but I do want to grow some this year. I need pumpkin seeds.
Morning.
You alright, mate? There we go. Hello, mate. Morning. Along these walls have been in here. So there's all along Church Alley around the old church house, St Andrew's house. Like I say, the old tunnels running around there, and the old history on them. So I was discussing with my mate what I'm going to, like say, edit out, apart from the bit where he chats and talk about on the gravestone we're looking at outside the main entrance of the church. Let's one day go in there. Look into this talk thing, find out when that is actually on, if it ain't already been on. Let's go attend it and record it if we're allowed to. The library. Seeing at the library was just another part of the C of E junior school back when I was a junior school. But now the library and the main building was further back down Clay Street is residential. So an old building like that, old flint building, flint walls on the outside, flint walls, very old. These old houses, very old. Actually, when they built this house, the big bags. looks like they turned that into a residence. That was an old print shop. Print shed. Think about the history of that house. I have a memory of being in there, in one of them front rooms with a piano in there, probably around the age before starting infant school. When there was mobile classrooms at the library there, and it was still a junior school. But I have a memory, because I went to the preschool thing there, in the library area. But I have a memory of that time being in there for some reason. I just don't know what the history, if that was part of this. The school owned the building at the time or whatever. I don't know why I was there. Oh mate, thanks. There's some nice people out who are just happy to get out and have a nice stroll. Probably they ain't got a car maybe, but nice how people just step out of the way and act like they do. That's why they get fucking run over by some of the fucking nutters on the road by walking out in the road, getting out of the way. We're back at the red line for the source of meds. Now some wedding reception venue for the Red Line restaurant. Wait, that was a pub. But then, I don't know, we'll have to try it one day. But they do a really nice meal in here. Really nice meal, smells some really nice food being cooked in there, fair few times. Many a time as I've been past. Yeah, get back on the old history. So that house there, where I'm pointing to, was my great grandfather's, well, guest house, pub, Queen's Arms. I thought it was the Queen Victoria, but it was the Queen's Arms. And the older sons, and I don't know about him himself, run a haulage business for old horses and carts. The end of the 1800s, late 1800s, by the history books. But by the time he died in 1918, they were living at Station Road, opposite Leesdale's Premier Inn. The old Red Line, how different that is these days compared to when it was the pub. Very swank, very fancy restaurant. And all the barber shops. Nail salons. Fucking hell, black smoke, wheel spins. I've wheel spun on there, fair few. I've been waiting. Thank you. Wasn't paying attention to the left. Amen. See, there's some nice people around. Like I say, many times before, there's some people give way there. There's these arseholes, these wankers. Just part of there's a van up there. Look like he's parked half on the fucking path. Should I go chase him or shall I not? I can't be arsed. I've done a lot of mileage. I'm trying. Yeah, what a day. Definitely brought the people out. But yeah, a lot of traffic with it as well. I say people just don't want to leave their cars at home. I say fair enough, I suppose you got a lot of shopping, but imagine a lot of people are driving in there just after a handful of things. You probably only live just round the corner, down the road, you know, cycle away, or stride away. Oh shit. I just realised I haven't done that. Don't do that, fuck her up. And secured my load properly. Fucking black bags. Not zipped up properly. I've got my antibiotics in there. What I had, they better still be in there. I ain't heard nothing drop out. There's milk right in there. Look, black bag got left on Wednesday. Wonder what they've left in there to make them leave it. That's not the first time crap's been left there. The time I showed before, and since then there was a black bag left last time, not last week, Wednesday gone, but the Wednesday before. They left like a giant big black rucksack out there as well, which the bin men wouldn't take. They didn't even take the black bag what was there. Like I say, I suppose it depends what they've got in it. And that was probably obvious. There was something in it what shouldn't be in it, and they've left it. Oh yeah. So, another one for sale. Little shits. Trying to fucking kick the ducks and stamping at them. Boys. You little shits. And you for the future. Future adults. Oh yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully that is people dumping their crap in there. Right. Canes, whatever. Got any crap, just go throw it in the duck pond. Then ain't got a local tip. There we go. Clear it is, sunshine there, you can see in there. There's any fish in there. Yeah, check moving around in there, the fish. The camera pick up on it. Not sure what that is. Is that an eel? Yeah, I'm just seeing things. Swanning around. I need to get out of the way. Hello, mate. Oh, we've got the Canada geese. Got the drakes. Actually, when I popped out yesterday morning, I see the little mandarin duck, the little lone one what we used to see. And yeah, I only ever see the one. Hello. No bread or muffin today, sorry. Hello. Hello. The swamp. The geese, the ducks. Down there. Oh, there's a couple of more hens. There's one there and a nest with more hens. No. Oops, sorry. Yeah, there's a pigeon up there. I can't see him. Nice them red flowers. I don't know what they are, the wrong flowers. But yeah, do you like? It's bird calls, well called. All the rain we've had. Oh, level's still up quite high. But not as high as last February. Like 2 February, 2 years ago. Not that long ago when I looked it up. Look, pigeon there, backing away. Amazing how it's just balancing there on the end there, another one. It's coming to an end. Good time. See quite a few little birds chirping away, the little tunes. Up there, over there, every tree. Some several little birds there. There was a pigeon, a blackbird. Oh, he's just balancing on the end of that branch. You're going to follow his friend. He's hanging there. Someone a bit bigger up there. Pigeon maybe. Pigeon. Dove. Definitely lots of them around. Still run ripress, I say. Shame I can't zoom in. Well, after years of waiting, Bob's finally they've come and fitted him a new shed door. Well, they fixed it properly, eh? Still a horrible gap in the bottom by the look of it. Yeah, fucking gap in the bottom in that section. They ain't blocked that. Fucking stop the rats getting in there. They get up there and then they'll be into the roof like they were before. But yeah, nice to see they finally come out and fucking did his shed door. I've been smashed for ages, years. Reported it a long while ago as well, several times. Chime, sounds really nice. my cup of coffee.